Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we ended up all the way back at Farum Azula and we got to about here-ish. And then, actually Bernal's right about here. But then we made our way to here. We haven't gotten to this fight yet. We're going to hold off. Simply because this sets off a chain of events that we can't stop. And one of the things is Gideon Ofnir moves out of the Table of Lost Grace. And while he's there, if we find the other missing demigods, so it would be, I think, Melania, Mikola, and Moog. If we find them, we can report back and he gives us spells. And Melania's here, and Moog is down here at the Mogwin Dynasty Mausoleum, so we'll want to knock these out. This will be pretty easy. It's just going to be a run through clearing this section as an isolated thing, skipping this part because this part sucks, teleporting here, clearing up, and fighting. Granted, this part's also going to suck because it's the giant birds from Caelid, but worse. And then, yeah, the Halig Tree, which... the Halig Tree's gonna suck, I'll be honest. But we gotta start somewhere. But we're back here in Liurnia, because we actually have to check on EG. I forgot to do this off-screen. I actually did a lot off-screen. Cleared out Stillwater Cave. It's not worth even watching. It's a bunch of Miranda blossoms, the big plants, some Servants of Rot, and then a Clean Rot Knight boss. I forgot this cave existed. I forgot to go this way through the videos. Over here is... grab it quick. The tree spear. It's not bad. You'll actually recognize this weapon from the the Morgott fight. Because that is what Morgott had here at the Elden Throne. Is it good? It has Sacred Order built into it, so it kinda loses some of its utility. Also, between episodes, actually just now, I finally swapped off the Golden Scarab. I don't need any more levels. I'm 258, so I just put the Old Lord's Talisman so I can start using buffs a bit more aggressively. And the big thing there is I'm also looking to swap out Radagon's Source Seal, because when we look at it, if I swap it out for, let's just say, Green Turtle Talisman, I lose 5 Vigor, 5 Endurance, Strength, Dexterity. Okay, well I'm still at medium equip load. My stamina, I lose 7. My HP, I lose 120. For 5 points, that's not a good payout. I'm actually getting a better benefit now shifting off it. Though I can kind of get around that because I have, I don't know why I'm hitting down, Golden Vow, which will negate the 15% damage taken increase I will be taking by having the Source Seal on. It's just, I could also go like Erdtree's Favor. I lose maybe 30 damage with Sword of Milos by swapping off, but in this case I only lose 68 HP and 0.9 pounds of equip load, and I gain stamina. If I want to be real ambitious, I could run Great Jar's Arsenal, but I am considering the item we're going to get from EG. Because that, I think, is a far better investment. I should have picked this up long ago, but I had just forgotten it existed for so long. Oh, hey, he's still here. Cool. Something else is supposed to happen to EG, so I'm kind of glad he's still here.
There you are. Good of you to drop by. Have you heard? Lady Rani has departed on her journey along the dark path of Imperium, from Rena's Rise, as she calls it. It would not have been possible without you. As Lady Rani's war counselor, and moreover, her childhood warden, I express my deepest gratitude. You, and only you, were Lady Rani's true champion. Unthinkable. How could Blythe? How did he break free from his cell? No. More importantly, Blythe became a curse that plagued Lady Rani. Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I've made a grave misjudgment. And I thought myself a capable war counselor. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blythe. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
Grab that. And yeah, that very ominous statement he just made should occur once we rest. Yep. You can already tell something happened because we have a dead Black Knife assassin and another one, and EG has now died. With the Godslayer black flames all over him. At least it took at least 3 Black Knife assassins to take him down. But that's the fate of everyone who's associated with Ronnie. Blythe is dead. EG has died. Never noticed the thing embedded in his chest. Salavis, he was a traitor in the first place, so his death is a little more meaningless. But the Filigreed Crest, this was an important item because it lowers the FP cost of skills. That will be useful. I do have to stress, I will be using it for... There's a couple ways I can use it. The quality Great Stars, if you use Eruption and Blood Flame Blade, it will then make the magma that stays on the ground do fire damage and bleed buildup. So it's actually a really good combo. Nice kind of wombo combo, if you will. But the Black Flame Tornado with my Clayman Harpoon, that's what I'm planning to use it for, because if I can drop that 30 FP cost even by 10%, yeah, it'd only be 3 saved, but that's still 3 more FP I didn't burn. But I think it's a 15% reduction. I'm not 100% sure, don't take my word for it. But at least we have that, and I think we should go see Ronnie again. Because I can't remember if we have to talk to her one more time since we talked to EG. Whoop. Does that go up? No. Wait, that has to go up, because this... Yeah, it goes up. Still no news on DLC. But I do understand the holiday season and FromSoft not wanting to really draw stuff away from Armored Core 6. Though I do laugh, a bunch of people are, admittedly I'm one of them, a little frustrated there's no co-op for Armored Core, but I also get it's mostly going to be a single player game, which is fine. Okay, so she's not here. But with Armored Core, people are already trying to compare it to Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff, and I'm thinking, it's not, though. It's such a weird comparison to go, oh, you made this thing, so now everything must be compared to this because it's the popular thing you made. Armored Core is popular among people who enjoy... Oh. No, this Black Knife Assassin was here, because this is Blythe when we fought him. I was about to say, do we have more Black Knife guys just hanging around? But just the stuff with Armored Core, people forget that it's popular within fans of mecha games. And hopefully it kind of causes a resurgence in that genre. Because it's always fun, it's just all we've had really recently was MechWarrior 5 and Gundam Evolution, which I still have to play. I've just been really dragging my feet because it's just Overwatch with a Gundam skin. Which is, I understand, very reductive, but it kinda is. Okay, no, so this is just the teleport, yeah. So we kinda skipped around and skipped speaking to EG then. Alright, well, we still have stuff to do here. We're not taking that teleport to Placidusax, even though we have it available, because it doesn't put you in a spot nice and near, it puts you like under him, and that's not fun. The Placidusax fight is... it's not bad, it's just incredibly annoying because of how it's structured. Both the boss is just stupidly difficult at times, and generally just you can't summon other players, because whenever you respawn or teleport, it puts you right under him, so there's no space to actually maneuver. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I get what they're going for. Doesn't mean I like it. You don't realize how useful jumping attacks are until you go back to older Souls games and remember you can't jump. I had that happen recently. I fired up Dark Souls 3 again, and I'm just sitting there going, God, this kinda sucks. I miss my jump attacks. And that's something... it kinda sucks for people who got into Souls games through Elden Ring, because you're essentially coming in at what I would argue is the apex of the genre. And now if you go backwards, you're technically regressing. The fights are clunkier, you're dealing with, like, Dark Souls 2. How iframes were pretty much non-existent, and people just building Havel Mage builds. Even though, yes, you have stuff in this, like, just bleed builds. Or you go to DS3, where bleed was not very... it was good, but it was not very common unless people were using, like, Carthus Rouge on their weapons. And God forbid you go back to Demon Souls, that that would be probably the roughest fight because of how old everything about that is. I can't see. There's something I'm looking for in the horizon, but I don't see it, which is kind of a bad sign. I mean, it's most definitely a bad sign because that means I have to start traveling around again looking. Didn't like that trade. And the heals are now better thanks to the Old Lord's talisman. I started up a new character because I felt like it. Trying to do... On Factor Life they have like a... They consider it like a Grim Reaper build, which I think is a little too edgy for me. But it's using the Grave Scythe in more of a Strength Arcane build. So I was like, yeah, why don't we, just for fun, I'm going to try that on and see how that build goes. Starting out, it's kind of rough because I don't have the Grave Scythe. I have to keep farming for it. But I'm using... What am I using? I think I still have it in my inventory. No, not the Crescent Moon Axe. It's the other one you get in Limgrave. The other Great Axe. And that's been working pretty well. I have Flame of the Red Mains because all I have is a Poison Mist ability. And while Poison's useful, it's kind of limited in its utility. But I'd like to get something to have bleed on it, or at least to hold out, because the whole idea for the build is like, oh, you use Storm Stomp because you can spam the ability and it'll kind of spin the blade over your head and do hits. So you do that, you use the Carrion Filigree Crest to cheapen it a bit more, and then because the Scythe already has innate bleed, you would be boosting bleed or putting poison on it and making every spammed couple casts just spit out a ton of damage. Which should work. I'm no crazy kind of build guy. I don't sit here and theory craft a ton. I mostly just build for what I prefer to do. In this case, I'm a fan of casting, so I just build caster builds. But I do appreciate being able to theory craft. A lot of games have kind of done away with that, which I think is honestly a net negative for the game and the community that it'll try to have. Just because you're left with nothing to really work on. Even this game, it kind of struggles because you have that path of least resistance. Just go bleed build, almost everything can bleed. Only anomalous things are like Erd Tree Burial Watchdogs. And that's such a minor inconvenience that it's not worth really being concerned about when you can take on big bosses and just flatten them. Ooh, I think you will explode. Golden lightning fortification. Huh. Ah. This is actually ample opportunity. I should probably heal initially first. I don't remember if I mentioned it, but the Old Lord Talisman only works on spells. So even if I use Shrika Milos, I don't get a duration bonus on it. Which kind of makes sense, because otherwise if it was all durations, you could do some really, really broken setups. That, or since I'm just waiting to heal up, another one I can think of, Dark Moon Greatsword, the Moonlight thing, that's really good. The Oath of Vengeance, it gives you +5 to all your stats. Honestly, it'd be nice to have for, like, Dragon Scale Blade and the Axe, just so that the Ice Lightning lasts a bit longer. But the Roars, stuff like that, Endure or Determination, some of these other abilities could be really strong and be very, very dangerous to deal with. Especially when you sit down and go, oh, well, you can also stack all these other spell effects on it now. It would just be stupid. That went pretty good. The gravel stones aren't exactly the most rewarding reward you can get, but whatever. It's kind of funny when the game's like, here's smithing 8s. I can go buy those now. To get here, I had to beat the boss that lets me buy those. But they're free, so could be far worse. Let's just drop on them. I think the total time bonus is like... it's more than 10%, I think it's 15. Because I know Blood Flame Blade goes from 60 seconds to 70 seconds, I believe. If Extra Life is to be believed. People can kind of BS whatever they want on there. Okay, yeah, so we did do everything correctly. And we now have the most unfortunate part, I think, of this story.
Finally made it here yourself? The city hanging in the air is slowly crumbling. What an incredible place we find ourselves. But that aside, you're certainly a force to be reckoned with, eh? I doubt there's a single soul who could have handled that giant other than you. It was practically a god. Of course, I count myself, the great Alexander, among the many. Which means I've but one thing to ask of you. Would you kindly undertake my ordeal? Come and tell me when you're ready. I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. You are ready then, I take it? Then let us begin. I am the great
Star Warrior, Iron Fist Alexander. Lend me strength, O one. Let us become one champion together.
As I suspected, victory was impossible. This vessel was found lacking. My thanks. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. I implore you, take what I bequeath from inside me. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Yep. And now Alexander is dead. Which really sucks because I liked Alexander. I mean, he was the Sigmire, Sigvald, I think? Sigward of Katarina. He was our Onion Knight. But he did give us an incredibly useful item, the Shard of Alexander, which boosts the attack power of skills. So you can kind of figure out a good combo is the Filigreed Crest and the Shard. I will probably just use the Shard because, like I said, the Crest itself... You know, we're going to do a quick test here. We're going to be doing quick maths. So we're at 198 with the crest on. Oh, it even says. So I don't even have to do quick maths. 23. So it drops it by 20%. I think. It's 7... Yeah, 20, 25-ish percent. Nah, not 25 exactly, but somewhere along those lines. But yeah, so it drops it by 7, which isn't bad. But boosting the attack power of skills will be a lot more valuable with the Black Flame Tornado. Also, we got... didn't even mention it, his innards, which we'll bring that back to Jarbairn. So in a way we can kind of keep his story alive by passing on his innards to Jarbairn, who can then quest to become a great warrior himself. Okay, I haven't gone that way. I was about to say, wait, did I... No, I went that way, because that's the way to... How did I miss that? It's not important, it's like... I think it's just a smithing stone. But... I swear, sometimes I just kind of tunnel vision. It's a curse, but... not much I can do about it. I'm sitting here trying to plan ahead, being like, okay, I'm gonna go here, 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 and sometimes the simplest things slip my mind. Yep. Thought I heard the Skelly boys. You're one of the big bad Skelly boys. Yeah, those hits are something else. And this fight would go easier if you have, like, Golden Epitaph or any of the weapons that have the Sacred Order, I think. The stuff that's good against killing skeletons, I just don't use it because it's only good for skeletons. If we had reanimating zombies and more undead that popped up, sure. I really did not think I was going to make that. That was very lucky, and as I started to fall, I was kind of kicking myself. I was like, you idiot, you're gonna fall and die. Oh, hey! We're back here! Oh! Well, that's cool. And I forgot more stuff. And the thing is, there's no fast path there. You know, I'll be back when I hit where Alexander is. Okay, so we're back here. Gotta go back up, grab the thing. Because I'll let the one piece of loot slide, but when I just ran by something, I can't just let it happen. Catching something, 4 episodes or 3 episodes later is one thing, but catching it as I screw up, that's not okay. Now I gotta think about how this works. Trying to figure out the logistics of how we're getting this item. Because it's right... Okay, it's right over here. Yeah, Somber 8, so it wasn't that great of a bit of loot, but it's loot, and maybe you didn't want to buy a Somber 8 for some reason. But with that done, this area... for the most part, it's finished. Like I said, we'll come back here later. We'll deal with Placidusax way later. Even though I am probably over-leveled for that fight. Screw it. We'll go do it. I'm stupid. I make poor decisions. Why not? So, if we're gonna do this fight, we'll go Clayman Harpoon... Do I need the Prince of Death's staff? Shard Spiral's nice, but... Because I'm just trying to think if I can squeeze any weight out of my gear. Because I can bump up to Veteran's Armor. I think I can... Yeah, I can run full Veteran gear. Because the next best upgrade that's almost a pure upgrade is Fire Prelate. And I mean, I could even run Fire Prelate, but I only have that. I don't have any of the other parts. And realistically, what am I getting out of it? Fire 19.8. Okay, yeah, he's a fire... Well, he's fire lightning. So... 12.8 to 13. Nah, we're wearing the veteran armor. I'm not being chunky dunk in here. I look goofy enough. But okay, so that... Got all these... We're switching out the Militia Man because we're going to try Mimic Tier. Because hopefully that works. Shard of Alexander. Oh man, even with all this, I'm still... Boost fire attacks, temporarily boost faith. What we're gonna actually do with that... We're gonna rework that physic. So... This is going to be... Please tell me I have it. Heal over time... Boost all damage negation, that might be good, but I don't remember how long that lasts. It might just be good to go faith. We'll go faith, that's fine. Do we need any spell changes? Because we'll be Black Flame Tornadoing whenever we can. We have the buffs. Only thing I could think is maybe running Flame Grant Me Strength. But I don't know if that overrides Golden Vow. I wish there was something that would say, like, this is a body enchant. This way you know, oh, this will override another body enchant. Instead of sitting here, because I've seen people run Flame Grant Me Strength, the Black Flame version, and then they'll put on like 3 other buffs, and they cancel each other out. Fikes Dragon Bolt, that one... Yeah, lightning damage negation, I can't afford that. There is an argument to be made for Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike. It's better than Unendurable Frenzy. That is just a PvP spell I use. Short of that, okay, so we got all those. Not gonna be running Electrify. I could, though. No, I can't, because I'm not using anything but the spear. And I need the spear... No. Okay, so this will be it. This is all I can run. This is the best I can pull this build. Don't need you. To a degree, I'm going to be having the shield on my back probably as long as possible, because the main focus is going to be getting my harpoon attacks off. Because that Black Flame burn should get me the win. I am worried my Mimic is going to screw things up, but that's what we're here for. This is what we're going to test. If I die 15 times like I usually do. It happens. Oh god, he's right in front of me. Okay, move. Pop that. Get that going. Golden Vow. Get you on my back. Yeah, this is not a good start. Ooh, that's gnarly. That wasn't even with all my buffs, or as many buffs active. Come on, Mimic, just keep him busy a little bit longer. Good enough. Now we gotta watch the sky. There. Yeah, he is in full Angie mode, because I did a ton of damage early. This fight does not usually go this well. Where he's come from? There. Didn't have to roll into him. Now hold still, damn it. I need you to... Oh my god. Of course he moves. Where are you coming from? Oh, hell. Yep. That's the other scary part, is when the laser beam pops off. That's pretty much guaranteed death. Yep. Knew I was gonna eat that, but I was trying to beat him. Okay, he's gonna do a nuke. Yeah! First try. Granted, I'm also stupidly overleveled. I am on like New Game Plus, if not New Game Plus 2 level of level. But it worked. I didn't die, which is the very important part. And I think the Shard of Alexander helped a good amount. That is definitely something to get if you have the opportunity. What am I looking for? Right. Source Seal. I do wonder how this is going to go with Melania, though. I wish my guy had lasted a little longer, but given the situation, that was a pretty good fight. Can't level up. Oh, actually I can. Well, here I thought I still need more runes. Nah, there's no way this is... It could be. Nah, there's no way it's 500,000 runes. Oh yeah, I'm at 65 faith. I forgot I kept pouring in. Man, here I was like, oh, I'm gonna need to do a arcane bleed build. Turns out if you just stupidly overlevel, you can do anything. It's tempting just to put more into, like, vigor. Just to make myself even meatier. Yeah, let's do it. At this point, my damage is good. I just need to become the beefiest boy imaginable. I will just become so chonky that you can't put me down. Now, as for spells, we can go... yeah, we'll just go back to our normal loadout, which was just that one ability. Past that... yeah, I think the physic is fine. I'm not looking forward to that Melania fight, though. That's going to be rough. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.